coasting. All my niggas, we coasting. High grade, we smoking. On the highway, we rolling. Crack a bottle, we toasting.
Let's go. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another week of Weed and Whiskey.
Good evening.
Good morning. Good night. Whichever is appropriate for whatever you're listening right now.
Good day.
Yo, this nigga's high already. Welcome to Weed and Whiskey. That is what we do here. We smoke weed and we drink whiskey and we talk.
I haven't drank any whiskey.
And we're still on the Japanese whiskey because I am in love right now.
Where is that?
Oh, yeah, I was supposed to get you a cup.
Oh, shit. Well, hey, things happen.
Things happen. This is why we need a crew now, so somebody go get the cup.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
life.
Hey, well, listen. Welcome to Weed and Whiskey. I know he said that already, but this is your co-host, Quell. Follow me on Instagram, Matt Quell.
And I am O'Shane. Follow me on Instagram at @grain_. And if anybody who don't know what the underscore is, it's the sign with the same sign as the hyphen. Just hit the shift key.
That complicated shit out of that, 'cause I don't know.
I know.
I don't know how you
confuse
just
people.
describe that. It's the underlying shit. Like, who don't know that? Listen, man. What's going on, man? What's been going on in the world?
Let's see. There's a lot been going on. So today we're gonna talk about some puppet show shit.
Some Poppy Shore shit.
Some puppet show shit.
All right, so listen, boom. So they saying this nigga Tory Lanez shot Meg in self-defense.
First of all, for the record, I'm gonna just let it know where I stand. I low-key,
Where do you stand on this?
I low-key really, really hope it's true.
Why do you hope that's true?
I don't know. I don't know. It's just I'm not a huge Megan Thee Stallion fan at all. Maybe it's the vindictive side of me. Maybe it's the dark side.
Why would you want somebody to get shot in the foot?
At least it's in the foot.
That's what's that movie called, Harlem Nights? That's that Harlem Nights shit.
Yeah, at least it's in the foot. I might ask him to put one in her heart.
You think she had like a knife or a bottle on her?
First of all, she had height. Fuck everything else. She had a height.
But that's what I want to talk about, man. Like,
Tori's a little nigga, yo.
all right, so is this okay?
I don't.
Part of me's not saying
I don't
this
think
is
we should
okay.
discuss if it's okay.
No,
I think we
because
should just. It's not a matter of morality at this point, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
It's not. It's not. Because if we're gonna get into morality, we have to get into a whole bunch of specifics, which is a simple fact that Tori's small.
But this is what I'm saying to you, right? As a man, right? Fuck all everything else. You get attacked by a woman. Are you gonna shoot her in the foot?
All right, let me answer your question with an answer. As a man.
Wait, what?
Oh
yeah,
shit.
of course. Yeah, give me the answer.
Let me answer your question with a question. As a man, do you think it's a bigger L to get your ass whooped by a woman or to shoot a woman?
Be honest, to shoot a woman, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you, because all right, but this is why this is complicated. So to me, and I had to talk with wifey the other day about this.
Nigga, she's big compared to him.
But I'm like, yo, you still shot a woman like that? That has to diminish your manhood in some type of way.
First of all, in my eyes, Tori's manhood been diminished.
Okay,
So that don't make a
we
difference.
can get into that. But I want to know, right? So, like, the way I see the
Can't even take it serious.
because the moment there's a hole in that, there's a huge hole in that. Just to let you know, I'm talking about the spliff.
He ain't talking about your gal pum pum.
Yeah, I'm not talking about this her
Cause
foot.
someone that got
I'm not
some
talking about
big
Meg's
old
foot.
Pum pum gal.
So right, as it has to say, right?
Maybe he shot her because her pum pum was too big.
He fell in that shit.
And he's like, damn, bitch, I'm tired of this shit.
He
This
do
the
be
last
diving
time.
a lot, yo. He be. I wanted one of his shoulders. That nigga's wild.
He
bro.
liked to crowd surf, so he probably tried to walk over the pum pum and
Tried-
just fell inside of it.
He walked right in that shit.
And walked right.
He like a toy. But nah, man, like if I had to use a gun against a woman, especially if she had a gun, this might be a different story. The only way the story changes is if she had a gun.
What if she had a knife?
Nah, bro. I've had that situation. I didn't have a gun on me, but I'm not gonna. I didn't even hit her. I didn't
Like I
even do
said,
that. I waited for the situation to calm
That's
down.
why I don't want to discuss it in terms of morality, because at that point, fuck morality. Whatever happened happened at this point. Let's
You
make
think
fun
she
of
was
it.
really fucking him up though?
You know what? This is what I
Like,
don't
yo,
get.
she was probably tossing him all
That's
around.
the thing, and this is what I don't
like
get
a
about
puppet.
it. Her first statement supposedly to the police was she stepped on shattered glass, and that's why she was bleeding.
Oh yeah, that's what I heard.
And then after that, she comes on social media and says she don't feel protected by black men.
That's what made me feel like
She's a publicity stunt to a certain degree.
the story changed like 6 times.
Exactly.
But that's what makes me think she was fucking this nigga up, bro.
That's why I say I think it's true.
And everybody was like, yo, something happened where she got jealous or something. I don't know.
So
I don't know that.
the
I'm not
story-
even. That's fuck the story.
My girl is into this shit, so I hear about this shit, and
Okay.
she has people around her is into it, so I hear about it. So
Okay.
from what I hear is they was at a party at Kylie Jenner's party.
Mm-hmm.
This nigga was flirting with Kylie. She got jealous and started throwing a tantrum. Her friends and everybody confirms it.
Okay.
So while her in her tantrum, I'm guessing this is when she gets shot.
Oh, why?
And if everybody's
all right. Oh, boom! I got the story right now. I just thought about this. Now, y'all pay attention. I got the story. I know exactly how this happened. I don't want to speculate, but
anybody got the lighter, man?
Oh, no, not me. So, she got in the car. There's a gun in the car. She pulls it. Tori tries to take the gun from her. It goes off. Shot her ass in the foot.
So she tried to get the gun.
Because obviously she's the one with the tantrum. Now, I'm only saying this in defense of Tory Lane because I don't want to see him go down like he was getting his ass beat. He couldn't defend himself. Because that's the first thing I thought when it was like self-defense. But now, since I'm really thinking about it, if she left in a tantrum, more than likely she probably was the one wilding. She pulled the gun, bow, shot herself right in the foot. So I think more than likely, I hope, honestly, I don't even think this. I hope this happened because I don't want to see Tory go down like that, man. Because I think there's more to his story than we understand it. Because from what people, like, from what I hear, like, and you see, it's more or less, it doesn't really matter what happened. Tory kind of shot her in the foot and he couldn't defend himself.
That's the story I'm going with.
I don't want to go with that story, man. I like Tory's music, man.
Tory's always been a gun toker, so.
Has he?
Yeah.
Eh.
So, I believe it. I hope it's true.
I don't know why you telling me you hope this is true.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a win for the men. It's like,
Is
let me
it?
stop before women
This-
feel like I'm attacking them, because I'm not.
Yo, not
Honestly,
even.
I really just don't like Megan Thee Stallion.
Okay,
as
so
a-
take
as
her
an
out of
artist.
this, right? Just
Mhm.
take the comparison of the people and their sizes, right?
Mm-hmm.
A man getting attacked by a woman of that size. Does he pull a gun out and shoot her? Yeah, I know that split was kind of bad, bro. I'm sorry. I fucked that up.
The nigga who rolls great spliff for weed and whiskey fucked up a spliff. It's all good, man. It's all good. There's better weed rollers out there. Today, you're just not one of them.
Just today, I take a day off to let everybody else be number one. But
That's
it's
why
all
you
right.
needed a fucking drink.
See, I could if I had a drink with my little sister, I'd have been here scientific with the split.
Take a drink from the bottle right now. Take a shot from the bottle right now.
What about that?
All right, I got you.
Damn, nigga, you done finished this shit. God damn. He
Man,
loves this shit.
this shit is amazing, yo. Shout out to that Japanese whiskey, Suntory. Yeah, man, dog. That shit nice.
Wait. Oh.
Now we can get started with some weed and whiskey.
Oh, that felt great. But man, listen,
Anybody who's listening and you have some liquor available to you, take a shot for us right now.
please do.
Please,
Let us
please
know
do.
if you find some good whiskeys.
And put us on. But, anyways, I want to bring up something we were talking about off air.
Go ahead.
Can we talk about the simple fact that a stallion is a male horse?
Listen.
I want to talk about that for the
Okay,
fans.
okay, all right.
Can we
all
talk
right,
about
all
that?
right.
A stallion
You can go
is a
back
male
there. I don't.
horse.
All right, listen. Okay, go ahead.
Like,
I'm listening.
one of
Mhm.
the most favored sexually woman in the industry calls herself a stallion.
It's not her calling herself a stallion.
Yes, it is. That's her name. That's her artist name.
But that's what people called her.
So you think, all right,
Go
all
ahead.
right.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
take
yeah.
your argument.
Okay.
Here's my kind of argument. This woman accepts the idea of being compared to a male horse. What if the people who was calling her a stallion know something we don't?
Like what?
The
She-
reason why she the stallion.
Cause she's thick. That's why they call her stallion.
Hey man, I'm just one of those guys who want to create that controversial
See,
argument.
like you know what I'm gonna say right now. See, listen, like I said earlier, if
I'm
you're
listening.
gonna compare this, you're gonna have to say the word bitch. You can't call a man a bitch or even a female a bitch. Because none of them are female dogs. If you by definition.
I don't think that's the same thing because now you're trying to compare physical traits with innate traits. You can't do that. That's like comparing genotype and phenotype.
But it's like saying buck teeth. Like you got big, like
It's
you
not
know.
the same thing.
It is.
No, it's not.
It is. It's comparing a body.
Because
type to
there's no
something that
such
you
thing,
see out there.
but there's no stereotypes that centralizes buck teeth just being for men.
Let me ask you a question. So you know how Native Americans name their people like Beaver Claw and Owl's Horn or whatever the fuck. Shout out to the Native Americans out there. I heard they like to be called Indians.
First of
That's a
all,
fun fact.
before we even continue, the only way I'm going to take a legitimate argument from that is if you can literally tell me a Native American woman that you know that has a male name.
That's not the point. I'm not done. I'm not done. You did not let me finish. Let me finish my point and you can argue from there. So they obviously take them from characteristics of their environment or something, right? That's kind of how people get their names, you know, in Native American culture. So if she existed, say Pocahontas was thick as fuck, had the ass, crazy cheeks, you don't think they would compare her to like something with the crazy cheeks, Pocahontas the buffalo or the
I don't know about Native American culture, but I don't know if they're having sex with trannies regularly. So
You understand?
I can't say. But in the society we live in, it's kind of becoming a normal thing.
Hey yo, but listen, I don't know. I feel like she's all woman.
You
I
want to
hope.
hope she's a woman.
I hope she's all woman, bro. If I was wrong this whole time, God forgive me, Lord, no.
Lord forgive me for I have sinned,
Jesus.
unspoken sins.
That day I'm going to church.
The midnight service.
Facts. Nah, I'm going there today on Sunday, nigga. What you mean? I'm getting all this sin repented.
Is it still church if you got there at midnight?
Is the church open at midnight? Who the fuck be in the church at midnight?
I don't know, nigga. I'm not in the church to tell you.
People be sleeping in the church?
That's what they should do. The church should actually open up their doors for homeless people.
I think some do. Yeah.
Some do, and
I'm pretty sure some do.
Some of them should put their tithes and offering to feeding people in the community as well too.
Yeah, no, they do. I know. Now, I know personally.
So
of
you
one
know,
that-
you know that majority of the churches
I know personally of one. I don't know majority.
So you can't say they do.
So I can say the one that I know.
You can say you know of a church
from
that does that.
experience, because I don't really get close to churches like that. I haven't been experienced in church like that. So for personal experience, I can say that I know of a church that does that.
Yeah, but not majority of the churches out there, cause like
And they're not.
look in Hartford. How many churches are in Hartford? Plenty.
Thousands.
Do you know a church is a nonprofit building?
Yeah.
How much is the church paying back to the damn city in taxes?
Nothing.
Exactly.
I mean,
Them niggas is coming up.
yeah, some of them, not, because you have some churches that are beat the fuck down, bro. I'm not gonna even lie. Yeah, some churches.
I'm not talking about the church itself. What about the pastors?
No,
the
some of these
people off the church who's
listen. You got broke
benefiting off
pastors
that.
too. You got broke pastors too. I'm not gonna even lie, because some. All right.
All right. Is
all right.
he broke to the regular standards of broke, or he's just broke in comparison to what a pastor is supposed to have?
That's a different story. I guess that's a different topic. I mean, I guess you can say that.
Because pastors have bread.
Yeah, a lot of them do. Most of them do.
Because if they file their taxes right, they got bread.
Yeah, most of them do.
So, I don't know, man.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about pastors being rich?
First of all, before we go any further, I like to make it clear, I'm anti-religion.
Okay, I'm
So I don't support any.
You
of
know,
that.
I don't really subscribe to religion.
Yeah, I'm
either.
anti-religion.
So it's like this just a conversation of
what
their religion is based on and what it's supposed to be, I guess.
See, a lot of people follow the religion because of what it's supposed to be.
Exactly.
Because and then what keeps them is what it is. That's what keeps them. Because once you get in there and you realize the personal benefits from it, it keeps you around even longer.
Thanks. OJ just made a great point, though, is where's the money going?
The money's going to the personal things, to their pockets. It's not, like I said, the church is supposed to be giving back to the community. They're supposed to be helping organizing food sessions and food drives to help feed the community. Mm-hmm. Clothes drives to help feed it. Back to school drives to help the kids get stuff to go back to school. Those are things that the church is supposed to be using the money that the people from the community are giving them. That's how you're supposed to give that money back. Yeah. Like, there's nothing wrong with actually using the money to build up a church or nothing like that. There's nothing wrong with that. But if you're using majority of the money just to build up the church and just to put into your pockets and the people of your pockets and not back to the constituents of the people at your church, that's wrong.
Like, think about like Joel Osteen and shit like that. Like they make so much money. Like,
that nigga is raping his followers.
One thing I don't get about it, like televangelists, I think that's the name of I think that's what they call them, televangelists or some shit like that. Yeah, I can't remember. But it's like, I get somebody having to live good, I guess. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get that.
Like somebody living on a livable wage, if they're dedicating their life to service to the people, I get that, because I believe, even though I don't agree with it, a lot of people get good out of it.
All right,
so you know what I mean?
Let me ask you this question.
Okay, go ahead.
Do you believe a pastor is supposed to live better than the people that follow him?
I don't think that's.
Like, think about that.
That's a great question.
Think about it. I feel like that's a question that you give a circumstantial answer to. Because
that's what I was going to say, because it depends on where he is.
But when I say circumstantial, I mean in terms of who's the leader and what type of leader position you're speaking of. Because in certain positions, the leader is going to live better than their followers.
Mm-hmm.
But in terms of what religion is supposed to be, I feel like there is supposed to be some type of close gap between how the pastor and his people are supposed to be living. The pastor shouldn't be living good because of his people, while a lot of his people are still suffering.
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it's kind of like the ideology of a chain at that point. You're only as strong as your weakest link. So how strong of an organization of you if somebody who says they are your follower and dedicate themselves to you can say that they're starving in some matter?
Shout out to Big Meech if you said that. Big Meech made sure everybody had money. This nigga said one time, he said, yo, yeah, I could walk in here with $500,000 and buy whatever and buy bottles. But if 100 of us walk in here with $50,000 in our pocket, we could buy the club.
Facts. It's all about your mindset of how you want to go about things.
It wasn't those exact words, but
But
it was of that. Like it was like that.
It's
It
a
wasn't
paraphrase.
verbatim, but yeah, it was paraphrasing.
But it's always the people that society shuns that gives back to the community to sometimes the most.
Yeah, it's kind of
Like even look at Pablo Escobar. The people loved him.
some of that was kind of fair.
A lot of the people loved him.
Yeah, some of that was kind of fair though, man, because it was like.
All right,
did a
if
lot
you
of
want to even
crazy
discuss
shit.
that, a lot of people fear the government subconsciously.
Not a lot of people fear them motherfuckers out loud.
Exactly. So, in a way, I feel like that makes Pablo give back even better because even though fear is on both sides, he gives back to the community a little bit better.
That's funny because I was listening to a Joe Rogan podcast today, and then he was talking. I can't remember the dude's name he was talking to, but he was saying like when he grew up around a lot of mob guys, and the way they explain their lifestyle is, the government does it too.
Because it's about the book Pimp, about the black pimp Iceberg Slim. Basically, that book breaks down how the government is our pimp and how they pimp us out.
Mm-hmm.
So it basically breaks down how you can use that same concept for monopolization and just to have that type of rule and control over certain things and people.
That's crazy, man.
It's just a way of facilitating and implementing certain tactics. Once you create that manipulative mind state of certain things, you can pretty much run wherever you want, depending on how trained you have people. It's all about training people. That's why if you take any sociology class, why do you think so many people are so caught up on how the brain learns and how you can manipulate and train the brain?
I have never in my life taken a sociology class.
You should. You should.
I've never taken a sociology class. I took it. I might have. I don't know if that was sociology.
The only thing I'll say that you should do it with the idea that they're teaching you sociology to get you to conform to their way of thinking. So you have to go in there with that thought.
Oh, so what's sociology? It's the study of like
society
and people and the way we move.
Like sociology,
Damn.
and then philosophy is the science of everything. It's the science.
Fucking time, I done knocked down the ashtray.
It's all good, man. You just frost.
Super frost.
You just frost, dog, and a little shot of whiskey just fucked you up.
It's terrible that I'm a lightweight so bad.
So let's talk about something else. I have something else I want to talk about. My good old friend Kanye.
Ah, man, let's go.
You know I love Kanye, so you got to talk about the recent controversial things that was said.
Yeah, let's go, man. Let's go. What are your thoughts? I want to hear what you think.
I feel like we as a people are too fixated on the one statement that the media has been presenting to us.
Okay.
Because that was about an hour-long presidential campaign speech. But they only showed just a mere snippet of it.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
And after that, he went in to talk about how there's no black people on Universal Board, Gap Board, and how he wants to change that. He talks about how black women between the ages of 12 to 21 is targeted by the media. He talks about a whole bunch of different things in there as well too. So I feel like a lot of people just want to focus on the bad, that the other things that he says go over their heads.
Of course.
Because if you really think about it, Kanye is an intelligent man. Regardless if you want to like him or hate him, or like him for some of the things that he say or hate him for the things that he say, he comes from very intellectual standpoint with the things that he say. If you look at it from a logical standpoint,
I listen. I think he's a very intelligent man. I do think he does have a mental issue.
I think a lot of us have mental issues.
Yeah, of course.
I personally think the smartest people in the world has mental issues.
I was just gonna go there. They always, when you go back in history, they always tell you like, yo, like Einstein was a little weird, bro.
Stayed to himself and always meditated.
Yeah, it was just like they like people in history they've always found out that people in history have always had some type of mental thing with them, but they always consider them geniuses.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the same person. Kanye's the same person. He's not changed, bro.
He has not.
He's always done this shit. He's always done this outspoken shit.
It's just the topics has changed.
Exactly.
That's all.
And that's fucked up that you have his own people going against him, and rather consider voting for another old white man,
the lesser evil,
than even entertaining voting for Kanye.
Because people don't understand, when you put Kanye into office, you're not just putting Kanye into office. There's other black candidates to run place positions in there.
Do you know what type of wild shit Kanye will put in the office? And he wouldn't. And he's not going to do what the fuck. He's not going to do what everybody else think he's going to do.
He's going to really come up there and really mix shit up.
And you know who's going to be behind him?
Trump.
Come on. No. He said he would put Trump as vice president at first.
I don't think he would do that.
I
feel like he's just saying things like that because he understands that Trump is low-key making it much easier for black people to get government positions. So I feel like he's trying to play the marketing game at the same time by sticking close to him. So basically Trump could help ease him into that office just a little bit better.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's why he's coming off. Because remember how all the things was coming out, and then all of a sudden he comes out how he's providing for all of these people in Chicago and shit like that, low key, and how he's saying he was just saying all that things just to say. I feel like in some degree he's playing a marketing game, a long run game. So we're not gonna get the answers that we're looking for until it reach a certain point.
Yeah, I think he's smarter. I don't even think. I know he's smarter than what the media is portraying him as. And I know he's 10 steps ahead, but he just doesn't know how to communicate it with. I mean, I think he does. You just have to look on. You have to look for exactly what he's saying.
You know what I think it is? I truly feel like his first chakra isn't balanced. When you're too in tune with your upper chakras with no foundation or security in your lower chakras, you come off as crazy because you don't know how to maneuver and facilitate or to communicate certain things. But when you train the lower as much as you have strength in the upper, you have better balance in how you come off with those higher thoughts.
Yeah, because he's not here.
He's on a whole different place.
Yeah, he's gone. He's like
whole different place.
Yeah,
but it's okay, Kanye. I'm there with you.
Yeah.
My brain is up there.
I feel like, and I feel like they're suppressing him. And it's fucked
up. It is because when you figure out how fucking crazy the world is and how some of the shit's really going on, sometimes it really makes you into a sunken place.
Mm-hmm.
That's how fucked up a lot of things is. Because a lot of people, they don't understand. There's different levels of fucked up when it comes to society. Yes, it's fucked up that we went through slavery and black people are having such poor circumstances in society right now. But it's even more fucked up when you have, like, I'm one of the conspiracy theories, when you have extraterrestrial things that's involved at this point now.
Mm-hmm.
World changing things that's involved at this point now. So a lot of things is minuscule.
Yo, do you believe in aliens?
I believe in aliens.
So you know they're here, right?
I know they're here. They've been here.
Yo, man.
The Mayans were the aliens.
It's about to get crazy, and I feel like it. There's no way that the shit that's happening right now. I don't remember a time like this. I really don't. And the weird feeling in the air.
Can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Because this has been like, my girl say this to me every time I see her. But when's the last time you seen the moon?
seen it a couple of days ago.
You sure?
Not a couple of days ago, but I've seen it recently.
Have you ever seen it after June 21st or June 22nd?
I don't know. Is the sky clear right now?
Dog, I haven't seen the moon in days, maybe weeks.
Huh. Interesting.
But that's just a theory to talk about. No.
I
some
saw an
things.
article the other day that said the moon is drifting away from Earth.
Is it what?
The moon is drifting away from Earth about a foot every year.
Honestly, it's funny because you know what I feel like they're trying to tell us when they tell us stuff like that?
What?
They're slowly trying to tell us that the universe is actually moving upwards.
They know that. They said that
Yeah.
before.
So, you see, if people believe into that, you have to question a lot of things that's presented to us at the same time. Like, you have to start questioning gravity at that point because our upward universe contradicts the idea of gravity.
Like that. But this is the whole thing. Cause like I listened to this guy Bob Lazar, right? He worked at like this area 51 base. It was like they call S4, some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he said the shit that they had basically defied gravity, and it wasn't. And even the videos that they had of them shit, they say they just do shit that doesn't make sense. It's not. Our physics will not allow that to happen. Right?
That's because everybody's idea of physics is completely different depending on where you go.
So, and recently they discovered that gravity is not a force.
You want to hear my wild theory on gravity?
Go ahead.
It's kind of wild. Well, it's not that wild.
All right, go ahead.
I feel like we as a people are so powerful, but yet so manipulated that we were given the idea of gravity and we created gravity itself. We limit ourselves to gravity.
So if we can get the concept of gravity out of our head, we can fly.
Yep.
I wish that was true, man.
Why can't it be?
Because
you have to break the normals they tell you, man. You have to believe in the impossible to achieve it. I'm not saying go jump off a roof and try to fly now. What I'm trying to say is meditate and work on building your lane energy and makes you powering yourself spiritually to give you the ability to fly. Because sometimes to fly doesn't necessarily mean elevating your physical body.
Now you get into something that I'm too high to understand. But I want to hear more, though.
It's like there's stories of a lot of people who say they meditate and like through astral projection, like they see their extraterrestrial body hover over things and fly over and experience things from an aerial perspective.
Yeah, monks that can levitate. What the fuck?
That's possible.
Listen,
yo,
I
bro,
want to see this shit.
if you ever watch Dragon Ball Z,
Uh-huh.
they literally low-key explained how to levitate for dummies in there. If you actually pay attention and read the lines. There's an episode, it was around when Gohan met Videl. And this is when she started to learn her powers and how to do like bring her energy outside of her. Because that's all a Kamehameha is. It's just bringing the inner energy inside of you and externalizing it and basically putting power behind it and shooting it off. That's all it is. So in there, he taught her how to fly, and how he explains it is you have to basically take the energy inside of you, and you have to bring it out and put it beneath your feet and use it to lift you up.
I remember this episode too. That's funny.
So in that concept,
by the cliff.
in that concept like that, that's the idea of how you actually make your body levitate. It's kind of like the idea of in Matrix, the idea of the spoon.
The idea of the spoon.
To make the
to bend
spoon bend, you have to believe the spoon isn't there.
See, shit like that, like you know how hard for me to believe shit like that?
That's because your mind is too trained to the constraints of what society has been given to you.
All right, so So like a part of me wants to believe they base like superheroes and shit off of real shit.
That's real.
However, where the fuck are they?
That's because you can't accept the idea of superpowers in how they present it to us. Superpowers is sometimes the everyday shit that we do nowadays, to be honest with you. Superpowers is that somebody, like a superpower is somebody being able to withstand a high temperature of heat. That's a superpower.
Yeah. Okay. So I just watched a video of a fucking monk floating. And I don't know if this shit is real or not, but what the fuck is that? That's some demon shit.
How's that demon shit,
Bro,
bro?
what the
Don't say
fuck?
shit like that, cause that's how you make other people scared of it, dog.
Yo, but
Cause
listen.
that's kind of like the idea of voodoo. You can't sit here and tell people voodoo is bad.
Yeah, I know, because it's
That's
an
our
original
ancestors'
religion.
powers.
Yeah, that's an original thing. for us.
Exactly. That's our true powers, man. To being able to communicate and tap into our ancestors. That's power. You can't. People be saying these little negative things about certain things to scare us from even looking into or even practicing any of that.
But I just saw a motherfucker floating. And like, so all right, so what about like people like David Blaine?
Honestly, dog, I don't believe that he's real. Because anybody who understands the concept of magic, anybody who can do anything of the sorts, they understand it's not something that you sit here and try to make financial gains off of. It's like that. It's something that's sacred, and it comes with certain practices and principles with it. And if you go outside of those practices and principles, you're low-key really diminishing your spiritual abilities as well, too.
Yeah, but
Come on, man. Pay attention, man.
I'm listening, but it's just that when you see stuff like that, right? I don't know, you get that feeling like, oh shit, get that chills, like, nigga, I don't know, that shit creepy as fuck. That made me want to just jump to the side, like, like it's just, I feel like it's demon shit, but. Let me not say that, because I don't know what it is in truth. So, let me not say that.
Sometimes it comes off what it is what it is.
Yeah, but maybe not. Maybe one day we'll understand.
Maybe one day.
I think you get the answers. What if you get the answers after death?
I don't believe in death.
So you'd be in the transfer of energy, pretty much.
Exactly.
Okay.
To believe in death means that you believe in an end.
Makes sense.
It's things we've conditioned our mind to over time. Like, I'm trying to break those constraints from my mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see things outside of what was already presented to me.
Okay. Yeah, because it's like, when you think about death, like, I just think it's weird for somebody to say there's like nothing happens.
It's hard to speak of death if you can't even remember what happened after death before you get reincarnated.
Say that one more time.
Because if you don't remember what happened in between lives, you can't talk about it. You can't say it's real. You don't have no memory of it. When you're in between lives, you're in a whole different dimension. Our memories only go as far as the vessel. You can only tap into other vessel memories when you tap into deeper levels of your soul, because the soul is what houses all of the memories. So you can even tap into other people's memories when you even tap into the deeper levels of your soul. Like, a lot of people in our age nowadays, like, a lot of the reason why a lot of certain monks is so advanced in their spiritual age is because they practice something as simple as mindfulness.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people nowadays don't practice. We don't practice being mindful.
You said that the other day.
Because being mindful is very important in every one of your situations. You have to be aware of who you are, be aware of yourself, and everything while it's happening as around you. You can't let that shit throw you off or stray you off, because that's when you start to misunderstand yourself.
Ah.
And after a while, when you're too deep into the misunderstanding, you start to believe certain things that's true that isn't.
So you start to trick yourself.
Exactly.
Ah.
So you start creating an illusion for yourself.
Is that so? Is that a bad thing?
I wouldn't say it's a bad thing. I say it depends on where you take those illusions.
Mm-hmm.
Because for me to visualize myself flying and levitating, that's an illusion in a sense.
Because you can't do that right now.
Exactly. So, but if you take it in certain places where you're diminishing your spiritual inner powers, that's an illusion that's negative. So it's all about where you take it. It kind of goes into the idea of manifestation, real manifestation. Because sometimes we are more powerful than we even want to believe that we are, and sometimes we speak our way into situations without even knowing it.
Yeah, I believe in that shit too. I believe in speaking things into existence.
But if you practice proper manifestations, you can learn to harness it and actually bring things purposefully.
Yeah, I haven't gotten to that stage yet. I've learned though that no matter what, you're supposed to keep that positive energy most of the time. Because if you don't, like, I don't think there's anything wrong with having having negative energy at some point.
I like what
Because
Rochelle said last time.
what?
We should stop associating positive and negative with energy.
That is true. It's just energy.
It's just energy.
Yeah, you're right.
I like
Because,
that.
because no matter what, even if you break it down to human morals, regardless of what, something that's right to you may not be right to me, to the next person, or what. So regardless of what, it's all just a mind state of where you are.
Like, I feel like if we're gonna talk about negative and positive, I think a better way I want to start calling it is just opposition.
Okay.
Sometimes opposition is not bad.
Yeah.
Sometimes opposition creates balance.
Mhm.
Two equal force coming from different directions, and once they meet your central point, it creates a balanced point.
Yeah. Or one takes over the other.
Then at that point, it's no longer balance.
But
I feel like that's where we are nowadays in our state.
where?
Negative and it like negativity in a sense. Like, I'm gonna use that in just for better understanding of the concept. But chaotic energy is overtaking congruity.
Is if you can say, so since you don't associate the words positive and negative with energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you say positive and negative is only an action thing.
Because remember when we talk about exactly, it's all about positive. Is all about giving and adding, and negative is all about taking away.
Mhm.
So that's the only way you can, like, positive energy is when you add energy, and negative energy is when you take away energy.
But
To
you-
be specific,
But you can't do either.
you can see you can't destroy or create energy,
Exactly. So that's what I'm
but
saying.
you can
can't-
transfer energy.
That's what I'm saying. You can't do either.
You can transfer it though.
So can you divide it? No.
It's a
Yeah,
that's a form of transference. If you transfer energy outside of a source,
Mm-hmm.
you can also do certain things like that as well. Like, once you get into like the whole concept of energy, there's a lot of different possibilities that open up to you at that point. A whole bunch of different more possibilities.
I be trying to study that shit, but I be
A lot of the times,
caught
honestly,
up in this terrible world I got.
you just have to. I feel like once you learn better ways to meditate and how to stay in a meditative stance in a while, I feel like you will start seeing your capabilities a lot more.
I need to get out of the cycle life. I feel like jobs are terrible.
That you institutionalize.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have to
That's-
go to jail to be institutionalized.
And I've been getting to the feelings like that. Like, it's like yeah, it's work. It's like, it's work, man. You got to do it. But do you got to do it? You don't have to.
Society makes us feel like we have to,
Yeah.
and
But
it
that's the only
gives
thing
us
stopping you.
penalties if we don't.
Like, you can always make money off of something.
It's always the
And
see.
legit ways, too. So
See,
it's not
here's
like.
the thing though. To subscribe to that digital cash conspiracy,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be hard for that
Why?
because if there's no way to actually give out digital cash for side jobs or give out just regular cash for side jobs, everything is gonna get taxed and documented and monitored.
You know why? I believe that, but I don't think it's happening right now.
I feel like they're trying to
There's a process.
prepare us for it mentally.
But I don't know if we'll see it in our lifetime because the only reason why is because small services are still a big part of American dollars.
But if you force them to subscribe to the idea of digital
Yeah.
cash, you're either forcing them to go with it or be out of business.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
But
It's
I'm
not-
talking about you can't. All right, boom. Your grandma can't just give you $20 just cause
Why?
there's no cash.
Where's the cash?
If everything is digital, everything has to be sent and monitored and tracked.
But that's what I'm saying. You still have that.
I know, but now everything is taxed and tracked and monitored.
In a way.
That's what I'm telling you. Like, you can't just get a simple $5 from somebody without it being tracked and monitored.
If they have cash, you can.
But that's the thing. There's no more cash. In this idea of an all digital world, there's no cash.
But what I'm saying is not an all digital world right
But that's
now.
what I'm trying to say. If we get to that, you can't do stuff
Oh
like
yeah,
that no
no,
more.
I know that. No, I know that. No,
That's what I'm trying to say.
But what I'm saying is that people are trying to push this like it's happening right now.
In a way, kind of is.
It is. It's in a process.
Because if you really think about it, they're actually pushing it with COVID-19. It's all starting
yeah.
off with the coin shortage.
Oh yeah, that's why they always that's why they not just give you checks.
Everything is going back to direct deposit
Direct
now.
deposit right into
And
your
now the
bank
banks is asking you to bring in your change now.
account. Yep.
So
That's why I
it's
keep all my
slowly they're slowly just getting the cash and all of that physical money out of the way now.
Hey man, listen. One thing I always believe in is scrapping metal. Not even scrapping metal, but having like throughout my years I've bought like small little 14 karat gold earrings or whatever, like little silver shit or something like that. And I just keep that shit in a little thing.
You gonna sell it?
No, you never know what can happen.
You gonna melt it down?
Listen, if there comes a point where there's a cashless society, precious metals will be at an all-time high.
If it comes to a point where in the cashless society, I need to have my own business at that point. I don't need to be an employee. I need to be an employer at that point.
Yeah. Because
I refuse to be the victim of the things that comes with a cashless society. I refuse to be that big of a
dollars,
victim.
bro. What the fuck?
Next thing you know, they're gonna tell you have to put a chip inside of you, and that's so you're gonna start having your money attached to you and shit like that.
I don't know, Chip.
I mean, is it Switzerland or Sweden? It's over there already.
Yeah, some people do that. They have companies over here that do that shit.
Yeah, I think it's somewhere down south now, Virginia or some shit like that.
I don't. It sounds some Silicon Valley shit, honestly.
Yeah, I'm a
But
good
whatever.
panda one day,
Yeah, I'm
dog.
good with that. But
I'm a
you
good
know,
panda one day.
it is what it is. But I'm not dealing with
I
that.
refuse to subscribe to a chip in anywhere in my body. Honestly, a lot of girls is probably gonna be okay with it because they put some of that birth control thing in their body already.
Yeah, it's not a good thing. That shit's harsh. I'm telling you, not good.
What if you was in a relationship with a girl who was on birth control
Mhm.
pretty much since she started hitting puberty,
Mhm.
and you're finally at a point you have no kids, and you finally at a point you're ready for kids, and she decides to come off birth control.
Mhm.
Yeah, I've been trying and trying, but nothing. She decides to go check, and comes to find out she's been infertile because she's been on birth control for so long. What is your reaction?
How long have I been with this woman?
You've been with her for at least 5 years.
I can't do nothing about that.
You staying with her? you're at least 29, 30 years old.
29, 30. That can't be the reason why you break up with her.
Do you feel like you got the short end of the stick in that situation?
Oh yeah, 100%. 100%.
Would you feel like you're stuck with?
No, I wouldn't say like I got the short end of the stick. At first, I would feel terrible for her because she'll never get that motherly feeling. That's the first thing. Second, I'd be like, can't have no fucking kids, bro.
Yeah.
That's a heavy thing now.
Like you got to stay with somebody knowing that you can't have kids.
Especially
Never.
for me because I like kids. I already have a son, so it's like
You want kids.
yeah, like I want to have kids. So I don't know, man. It'll weigh on my shoulders. The
reason I ask is, do you feel like it's an unfair situation? Is because she knowingly took birth control, and you basically went into that situation unknowingly. So that's what I'm saying. With those circumstances, do you feel like you're obligated to stay with her?
Huh. I don't think I would break up with a woman for that. I don't think I would leave a woman for that. I'm just saying I don't think I would.
Would you cheat and have kid with somebody else after that?
See, now that's
If you're gonna do that, just break up with her and just save her any potential headache.
Let me not say that's foul.
Because that's what's probably gonna happen.
That's even worse.
That's what's gonna happen.
I would have to see how it goes for the first. I'll give it another year and see what happens. You know what I mean? Miracles happen, bro. Shit happens. Doctors ain't always right. They always say you get a second opinion.
Nigga say he gonna give it a year and hope, but after that, he's splitting.
Yeah, I was gonna be like, listen, man.
I feel like if you have ideas and you want a baby, I feel like you should not put her to no potential headaches. Just leave her then and there.
Really?
That's my opinion, especially for a man who wants kids. Because I don't think it's fair for the man who decides to be with somebody who's on birth control and not knowing what could happen from being on birth control for so long, and then the worst case scenario happens. I don't feel like he should feel obligated to stay. I don't know. I might come off as the bad guy for saying that, but I don't think the guy should feel obligated to stay in those circumstances.
Maybe it's just because I don't believe in hurting feelings.
Honestly,
but
feelings are gonna get hurt at some point.
Yeah, you're saving time because it's gonna happen eventually. Yeah, because I gotta have kids.
Because you're gonna subconsciously be mad at the simple fact that she put herself in that situation. See, one, you're probably not even gonna look at her the same no more after that. Like even subconsciously.
Damn, man.
You wouldn't even see her the same. You're gonna slowly start detaching yourself from her.
Yeah, I know people that don't want kids.
There's people who don't want kids too. That's who those people are perfect for.
That's because people adopt. Yeah, I don't still know.
My only argument to that is, man, what if we come to a point where all the babies that can be adopted are adopted, and parents aren't just flinging away their babies anymore?
Wait, huh?
We only have kids for adoption because babies get thrown away due to either parents not wanting them or they're made in unfortunate circumstances.
That's true. Well, I don't know. In that case, hey, you better start trying.
I don't know, man. I feel like.
Would you adopt a white baby?
Huh?
Would you adopt a white baby?
No.
I would.
I wouldn't.
I would adopt.
I wouldn't.
I would.
And let me tell you why I wouldn't.
Why?
Because I fucking hate the fact and the idea and the sight of a black baby being adopted by a white family.
I do too. That's the only reason why I would adopt a white baby.
It sickens me.
Because I don't want them to feel the same.
I'm good on that. I don't want that shit around me.
I want you to look at me and my proud black family with our white baby. And I get one with red hair. fuck are you talking?
You gonna have it on a leash as you walk in the airport?
Nah, I ain't doing all that. It's gonna be a little black white baby. I will make my little white baby
Wear African clothing and everything.
No, he's gonna be the cleanest white baby. He's gonna talk crazy.
Have a fade.
Everything. I'm gonna dread his hair, all that shit.
You fucking cultural appropriator.
Yup, I'm gonna cultural appropriate the fuck out of it, man. And when anybody ask him, he got black parents because he got adopted his ass.
Nah, I'm good on that. I can't
Man,
adopt no
no.
white baby.
I want white people to look at him like, oh, he's one of us. And you come over our house, you see all of these niggas. I want you to see that. I want you to see a little white.
You know what I think you should do?
Huh?
It's gonna sound a little fucked up for saying this, but
I'm
you
not
know what I
having
think you should do?
What?
I think you should just rent a white baby.
Can you rent white baby? Go into this. I want to hear about this.
Like stuff like that.
Can you do this?
I feel like you should be able to. If
I
you
feel like that's a promotional thing.
no, right? Rent a child, rent a right baby.
Yo, if I rent a white baby, I think our listeners will go up. Because if you see me with a white baby, you know white people trust me.
Or they're gonna listen just to find out what you're doing with that white baby.
It's my white baby. This is what I'm talking about. Adopt a white baby, my nigga.
But exploit. That's why I say rent a white baby. You don't want.
I don't want to rent.
You don't
want
to feed it forever.
See, I'm one of those people that I don't want to rent. Like, see, I would never like rent an exotic car or nothing like that because if I gotta go back home to my Toyota, what's the fucking point, right? So if I don't want to rent the white baby and then after I don't got the white baby no more, it diminishes the value because if I keep the white baby and then if I grow the white baby to be just like other white people, but he still got black parents, I've grown that white baby into something very nice. It's like keeping a car all original.
What if?
But it got a restoration paint job.
What
Not
if
a restoration paint job, an engine.
that white baby gets shunned because it has black parents?
But that's when you teach him the game.
Nah, but
That's when you teach
but what
him
if society just shuns him just because he has white parents?
black
Black parents.
See, that's T. But
It's
that's
like, yeah, your resume looks very well, very qualifying.
Mm-hmm.
But I did some background check on you, and your father's name is Marquel. Never met a white guy with that name before.
He gonna be Marquel too. I got a baby named Marquel. I'm gonna rename him. I'm gonna rename my white baby.
What? Jonathan?
Nah, his name's gonna be like Darrell.
Matthew?
He gonna have the blackest name I can think of.
Daryl?
Daryl.
Daquan?
I've met a white guy named Darrell. This is the craziest shit in the world to me.
Have you ever met a white guy named Daquan?
Nah, I've heard that name though for a white guy. That was the weirdest thing in my life.
A Daquan name?
Yeah, man. I've heard that before somewhere. I don't know if it was a joke or not, but I've heard that.
A white guy named
I
Daquan?
think it was a joke. I'm pretty sure it was a joke.
Can
And
you-
now, actually thinking about this, was a stand-up routine.
Can you think of white parents that would actually name their child Daquan?
No, but
I don't know. I can't see that.
But that's what I'm saying. There's a lot of controversy behind this white baby thing. Because I don't know if I'd name my white baby anything white. His name wouldn't be Tim.
Timothy?
Nah. Maybe Donovan.
That's my brother's name.
Exactly.
And my nephew's name.
It's my middle name. So it's Jamaican.
Jamaican as shit.
Exactly.
Donovan.
Exactly.
Donovan. Anyway, guys, we're going to end it with renting a white baby. So, hashtag rent a white baby.
I think I might do this. Might be something serious. Put this down with doing cocaine at 50 something. We could call it a night there, because, but put this down on the list, guys.
I'm speechless. Hold on. I got to catch myself.
Hey,
This nigga
man.
said
Yeah, I know. It's
he
all right.
wants
It's
to
okay.
start a rent a white baby
I don't know.
business
I
while
want.
doing cocaine
I
at
don't-
57.
I don't want a rent away.
I mean,
thing. No, I don't
That's
want
the
that.
perfect excuse of why you started a company. You was on cocaine.
No. I don't want to rent a white baby. I want to adopt a white baby.
No, we're gonna go with rent a white baby.
I don't. See,
You don't want to feed it forever.
in this whole climate right now, I don't want to go and rent a white baby. Ghislaine Maxwell's in jail. Epstein's
It's
dead.
not no value in renting it. You gotta own it.
Yeah, you gotta own the white baby. It's gotta be your white baby. You can't. People can't look at me crazy like, yo. Nah,
It's like, wait, what happened to the white baby you had yesterday?
Yeah, I just gave it back. What, nigga?
I had to return it.
Yeah,
I didn't want to make the next month's payment.
See, yeah, nah, I gotta. So this is own a white baby. This is what this is. This is own a white baby. Do cocaine at 56. Yo, this is all a plan. This is all a part of the future plan. All right, this is not.
I still believe he's gonna have the white baby on the leash as they walk through the airport. It's not gonna be like one of those like look like a leash. It's gonna be one of those that's really a backpack with like one of them coily leash attached to it.
Yank his ass back. Imagine that. Oh my God. I think I get arrested at that point. I go to jail, and they wouldn't even know that's my child. They just arrested.
No, my
tackle me
question
like,
would be: if you went to jail, would you regret it?
no. The whole point of having a white baby. I want white people to be very uncomfortable. So, as a matter of fact, I might do that. Just and I don't want to diminish the baby because I want it to grow up to be a great African American man.
He want his white baby to grow up to be a great African.
He go to the thing, he check out black African American. He gonna be Sean King.
So when he is applying for jobs, should he check white or black?
Black. He's gonna be a nigga.
How is he playing the game if you're making him check black? You better make that boy check white.
Nah, this is gonna be a whole.
Think about it. A
I've had-
Daquan that's white,
Yeah,
that would fuck them up.
exactly.
A white Daquan. I was like, wait, I gotta see if this one is true.
See, but then a part of me that I can't do that because then I gotta have him think. So I got a name like Jonathan. So then when they see me, but I'm gonna give him I'm gonna give him Donovan as his middle name. So Jonathan Russell, wow, that sounds wow.
Jonathan Donovan Russell.
Yeah, but you don't know his middle name. That nigga ain't gonna come to my house. It's me at the front door, like, hey.
Hey, I'm just his pops. You need me to sign a permission slip?
Think
Okay.
I'm like, hey, your janitor is still here.
Oh, the help is still here.
Yeah, I can say black jokes too. I'm black. So.
I think you should make him cut his locks. That it's not a very good look professionally.
Suit and tie, white boy with black parents.
That look like the janitor.
Is that wrong? I would have to adapt like 3 African kids just to make up for that. I think I fucked up a little bit if I adopt a white baby and I don't have no African kids.
I mean, if you're gonna go that deep, just adopt Chinese baby.
I don't want no Chinese baby, bro.
Why? What's
No
wrong with
offense to
Chinese baby?
I don't want no Chinese baby.
What, they tainted?
No. I just feel like China might come take them. I just have that feeling.
You're fucking scared of the Chinese?
I'm not scared of them. It's just creepy.
So adopt a Chinese baby.
I don't want to adopt that creepy baby.
All right, boom, right? Adopt a Chinese baby and have him open his own Chinese food. And when people come pick their food up, they see your face.
I don't want to adopt.
Have you ever been into a Chinese restaurant and a black guy took your order?
Seen a black lady? And actually, yes, I have. I have seen a black
How,
lady.
all right, how often do you see that?
It's not very often, but I don't go to Chinese food.
I haven't ate Chinese in years.
I had that like a couple weeks ago, but still.
Anyways, we're going to cut it off right now.
Adopt the white. Oh, yo, yeah, adopt the white baby people.
Rent.
Well, whatever. Do cocaine at 56. That's all right. Good night.
I thought it was 57.
Wait.
Anyways, just do cocaine
Follow weed and whiskey.
at 57. But in the meantime, smoke weed and follow us on on Instagram at weed.whiskey with an E, WHISKE. I'm a little frost. Anyways, guys, have a good night.
Peace.